Hello, comrades, and welcome to another episode of Ushanka Show, stories about life in the Soviet Union. My name is Sergei Sputnikov, and back in 1971 I was born in the USSR. Меня зовут Сергей Спутников, и я родился в Советском Союзе. So today we're going to continue our conversation about hygiene in the Soviet Union. I already made a couple of videos on this topic, and this is part 3. We're going to talk about soap. We're going to talk about мыло. Okay, so let's start with a quick lesson of Russian language. Мыло. Мыло. That's a soap in Russian, and it had that famous sound that a lot of foreigners who are trying to learn Russian language have a trouble with. Мыло. Мыло. As I mentioned earlier in my previous video, the most popular soap in the Soviet Union was probably хозяйственное мыло, that laundry soap, that big ugly brick that was used for doing laundry, washing dishes. Some people use it for washing floors, and they use them to washing hair and their bodies. I believe it was popular for two main reasons. First of all, it was readily available. I don't remember shortage of хозяйственное мыло ever. And secondly, it was very cheap. I believe the price was 16 kopek for this big brick, 200 gram weight. So there was a lot of soap for the money, because the other soaps were actually quite pricey. And I want to just quickly mention that back in the Soviet days, so I grew up in the 70s and 80s, we had no liquid soap. And that was actually quite nice discovery for me when I came to America. I like this concept not to share the same bar of soap with other people in the showers. Like you have a sink where you wash your hands. And I'm right now a big fan of the liquid soap. Every bathroom here in my house, we have a little small pump bottle with the liquid soap. So in the Soviet Union, we had no liquid soap whatsoever. And actually, I just looked it up. So in America, the liquid soap became popular and mass-produced only in the early 80s. And the brand, probably everyone is familiar with soft soap. And the main problem with the liquid soaps was to find quality suitable pumps, and that's what the soft soap company managed to do. They found a good cheap plastic pumps, and they secured the supply, and they had like virtual monopoly for the liquid soap for many years. And while we're on the topic of liquid stuff, in the Soviet Union we used to have a cream. It was called Liquid Woman, and the way you used it, you apply that cream on the tip of your penis, and then you energetically rub it in till orgasm comes. So that was the cream called Liquid Woman. I don't know if you found funny this corny, dirty Soviet joke, but let's go back to the topic of hygiene in the Soviet Union. So soaps for the human use, we call it that, was called туалетное мыло. Kind of funny name to translate in English, but it's toilet soap, so to use in the bathroom. So we had хозяйственное мыло, which is laundry soap, and then we had a bathroom soap, туалетное мыло. And we had what I can call some basic soaps. They were not expensive, type like земляничное, wild strawberry, хвойное, so that's like evergreen, банная, so it's a sauna type of soaps. The size of the bars were 100 gram, so pretty small bar. Well, it's what the current size of American soap, about 100 grams. And the price was around 15 to 20 kopecks per bar. And you may ask, well, is that expensive or is it cheap? Well, first of all, you need to remember the average salary was 150 rubles per month. And for 20 kopecks, you could also purchase a loaf of bread. So one bar soap equal a loaf of bread. So if you look in the United States, you can buy a loaf of bread currently about, $2. And you can buy soap if it's in a big pack somewhere around $1 bar. So I won't call it cheap, but wasn't mega expensive. It was a little bit more expensive than soap currently here in the United States. The other way to look at the cost of the soap in the Soviet Union is to compare salaries. So 150 rubles a month. We're talking you could purchase 750 bars of Soviet soap. So now think about your salary, and if you could buy for $1, so it's $750 per month. That's what buying power of the average Soviet citizen. Not that much if you think in terms of soap. And here's the example. This is a bar of soap called Lazur. And Lazur is like a bright blue color you could see while you're out the sea. The price was 30 kopecks per 100 gram bar, and it was manufactured in Leningrad. And here's the example of more premium soap called Start. It was manufactured in Moscow. Actually, I think Moscow had the biggest factory producing soaps and perfumes called Svoboda, Freedom Factory. And this bar of soap called Start, I don't think you need to translate that. And a bar itself is a little bit bigger, 150 gram, but price is 1 ruble. 1 ruble was a lot of money. I mean, you can have a nice size lunch at the cafeteria at your place of work. You can ride a bus 20 times for 1 ruble. So basically your salary is only 150 bars of that soap, which is not a lot. So this is kind of like a premium, I guess, brand of the Soviet soap. So apparently back in the late 70s, the Soviet government purchased a lot of equipment as well as fragrance components to manufacture more premium soaps. And that was this new wave of these soaps like Start, as well as Ballet, Consul, Carmen, and they had way stronger, nicer smells, and size of the soap bars were around 150 grams. So bigger soap bars, way stronger smell, I would say pleasant smell, and the prices were pushing 1 ruble, and the most expensive was like 1 ruble 50 kopek. It's kind of a fun fact, but many Soviet people purchased that premium soaps not to wash themselves, but for its smell. So they placed the bars in their dressers, and so it made the clothing smell better, and it also kept the bugs away that eat the clothing. So that's how a lot of this old Soviet soap still remained now, and people collect them, is because they were used for that interesting purpose to keep the soap bars inside of your dressers. We also had some imported soaps available, mostly from German Democratic Republic, GDR, and Finland. And actually, that's the only soap that I vividly remember, as just because these German soaps had pretty girls on its packages, and that's kind of stuck in my mind. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find exactly the price points for those soaps, but there were 100 gram bars, and I assume they probably were around ruble to 2 ruble per bar. And as I said, there was several German girls soap bars that I actually remembered and I recognized when I finally found them online. And a girl on this particular bar, Lily, I thought she was the prettiest out of all the German soap bars. And it's just so bizarre because I didn't see this image for, I don't know what, 40 years maybe? No, not 40. 35 years. Something like that. And I instantly recognized, like, oh my god, that's the girl that I thought was so hot. I believe I mentioned before, I don't recall shortages of soap, maybe in like 1990, 1991, when we started having problems with the economy. But prior to that, I mean, we always had Хозяйственная Мила laundry soap available everywhere. And generally, soap bars were plenty, but as I mentioned, they were not that cheap, so it kind of kept you from buying too many. And I also don't recall anybody making their own home soaps. I think this basic laundry soap bar was pretty much what you could make on your own, so there was no reason to make your own if you can buy that soap for 16 kopecks for the 200 gram bar. Well, my friend, that's all I have for you today. I hope you learned something new. As always, I welcome your comments. Please don't forget to like this video, and we'll talk to you soon. До свидания. Goodbye. ushanka@gmail.com or shoot me an email if you would like to have a signed copy. Thank you! And if you love my channel and would like to show your support, please click on the link below this video and become the patron of the Ushanka Show. For as little as $1, you can help us grow and create the new, interesting videos about the life in Soviet Union.